this is Maria and thank you for joining. So we're talking about two new productivity tips. The first one is about breaking tasks down, and the second one is about writing tasks. So starting with breaking tasks down. Have you ever been assigned a task and you're like, oh my god, I have to do this and this and this to get it. Oh, the due date is really near. Okay, it happens to all of us. And in order for a big task, an important task to be done, we have to break it down in objectives, right? And let's use an example of a party. Okay, so Maria, you today are the person assigned in the farewell of someone, right? And you're like, oh, and the party is in 2 days, and you're like, oh my god, I have so much to do. I have to invite people, and I have to look for the farewell card, and I have to look for the food, and how about the music? It's just too much. So what I would recommend you is writing down all of those oh my gods, okay? So you can break down the task of organizing the party into the music, into the food, into the card, into the invitees or whatever. So it's up to you of grabbing that big task and breaking it down into more possible things. So once you have those more possible tasks, those objectives, you can start organizing your day, your hour, okay? So you know, for that party to be done, maybe the first thing for people to actually go is to invite people. And you know that getting in charge of the farewell card can be done at last minute. So it's a better way for you to know what is a priority out of those tasks for the main task, and for you to have the time enough to actually make it. Okay, so that's about breaking a task into tinier tasks. Okay, now the second productivity tip is about writing things in a paper or wherever. So at least it happens a lot to me when someone tells me, hey Maria, do this. If I don't write it down right away, I just forget about it and I leave it there, and a week later someone is going to ask me, what's the outcome of this, what's the result, what has happened with this, and I will just be remembering it, and I had a whole week, I could have worked it out and I didn't. So just write it down anywhere. Some people like me like to write it down in my weekly to-do list, or in just a blank page or wherever. Some other people like to write it down in skin. So it's really up to you what works best for you. Just be sure, or in the cell phone even, just be sure that you get to actually write it down somewhere you won't forget about it. It can be written down in words, it can be written down in numbers, or it can even be written down as a picture, as a drawing. So it's really up to you however you want to remember this, okay? So those are the two tasks. Write things down and break a bigger task into smaller tasks for it to be more possible to get to the due date on time. Okay, so thank you for joining this video, and see you in the next one.